In this video, I'm going to show you how to protect yourself from the most common scams happening in parking lots and grocery stores all across America. I've spent over 30 years as a doctor caring for older adults, and I've seen firsthand the damage these scams can cause, not just to your wallet, but to your health and peace of mind. Stress, sleepless nights, and broken trust can do more harm than losing a few dollars. We're going to walk through 3 real dangers step by step, and I'll give you simple tools you can use immediately, short phrases and small habits that put the power back in your hands. You'll also hear stories from people just like you, seniors who faced these scams and learned how to protect themselves without losing their kindness. Before we start, I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Just drop your city or state in the comments below. And if you've ever had a close call with a scam while out shopping, share that too. Your story might help protect someone else in our community from going through the same thing. Point 1. The parking lot trap. Let's start with one of the most common dangers, being approached in a parking lot. This usually happens right when you're the most tired, after you've finished shopping, pushed your cart through the aisles, waited in line, and loaded your bags into the car. Your guard is naturally down, and that's when a stranger suddenly walks up to you with a story. The story almost always sounds urgent. Maybe it's a young man who says his car ran out of gas and he just needs $20 to get home to his family. Maybe it's a woman who tells you her child is sick and she just needs bus fare. These people know exactly how to pull on your heart. They use urgency and emotion as their tools, because they know our generation was raised to help a neighbor in need. Here's what makes this so powerful: it's not about the money. Most times, it's not even a large amount. It's about the pressure they create in your chest. Your heart beats faster, you feel guilty at the thought of saying no, and you don't want to appear unkind. That twisting in your stomach, that's what they count on. I'll never forget one of my patients, Eleanor. She was 78, a gentle and giving woman. A man asked her for gas money, and she gave him $30. She went home feeling she had done a good deed. But the next week, the very same man came up to her with the exact same story. That was the moment her heart sank. It wasn't the money, it was realizing her kindness had been turned against her. So how do you handle this without feeling cruel? You need a short, polite line ready. Just look them in the eye and say firmly, "I'm sorry, I cannot help you." That's it. No explaining, no excuses, and then get into your car and lock the doors. A real person in need can ask the store manager or call for help. You are not their only hope, you are simply their easiest target. Point 2. Why scammers come back. Here's something important to understand: if a scammer succeeds once, they often try again. They see kindness as an open door, and once that door has been opened, they'll come back hoping it will open even wider the next time. Think of Eleanor's story again. After she gave that man $30, he saw her as someone who could be tricked easily. The very next week, he walked right back to her with the same story. He didn't even remember her face, because for him, it wasn't personal. For her, though, it was heartbreaking. She realized her kindness had been treated like a business transaction. That betrayal hurt far more than losing money. This is how scammers operate. They test people. If you give in once, they mark you as safe to approach again. And often, they'll share that information with others. One yes can turn into multiple attempts. That's why protecting yourself isn't only about saying no in the moment, it's about sending a clear signal that you will not be an easy target. The emotional toll is heavy. Many older adults I've spoken to have told me that after an encounter like this, they stop trusting strangers altogether. Some even avoid going to familiar stores because the fear sticks with them. That loss of trust doesn't just hurt emotionally, it can affect your health. Stress hormones rise, your blood pressure climbs, and your body feels constantly on edge. That's why creating a firm boundary matters so much. It isn't rude, it's wise. A polite but strong refusal tells a scammer, "This person is not worth my time." And it tells your heart and mind, I am in control. You are protecting not just your wallet, but your peace of mind. Point 3. The distraction trick. Now let's move inside the store, where another kind of scam often happens. This one doesn't involve pressure for money. Instead, it uses a simple distraction to pull your attention away for just a few seconds. And that's all it takes. Here's how it usually works. Someone might drop a bag of groceries near your cart, scattering oranges or apples across the floor. Or a polite-looking person might ask if you could help them reach something high on a shelf. Nothing about this feels suspicious, it seems like a normal moment of kindness. But while you're bending down to help or stretching your arm, another person is quietly at work. They slip their hand into. Point 4. Protecting your purse and belongings. Now that we've talked about how distractions work, let's focus on something very practical, how you carry and protect your belongings, especially your purse. This is one of the simplest but most powerful steps you can take to keep yourself safe. When you're shopping, it's natural to place your purse in the cart. But here's the truth, an open purse in the main basket of a cart is like an open invitation. A thief doesn't need more than a second to slip their hand in and take your wallet. You may not even notice until much later. That moment of vulnerability is exactly what they're looking for. So, what's the solution? It comes down to forming a new habit. First, always make sure your purse is zipped shut. Not halfway, not loosely, completely zipped. Second, place it in the child's seat area of the cart, not the big basket. Third, use the safety strap on the cart to loop through your purse handle and buckle it. That little step creates a physical barrier that makes it nearly impossible for someone to grab it without you noticing. An even better option is to carry a crossbody bag. When your purse is strapped across your shoulder and chest, it's with you at all times, and no one can quietly lift it away. Remember, thieves are opportunists. They're not looking for a challenge. They want the easiest target. If your bag is secured, they'll almost always move on to someone else. I tell my patients this, protecting your purse is like locking the front door of your house. You don't do it because you expect someone to break in, you do it because it's smart and it keeps you at peace. This isn't about being paranoid, it's about being practical. Small habits like this give you back control and keep your focus where it belongs, on your shopping, not on your fears. Point 5. The fake offer scam. Let's talk about another trick that feels very different but can be even more dangerous, the fake offer scam. This one doesn't happen outside in the parking lot, it usually takes place inside the store, and it looks surprisingly official. Here's what happens. You might be walking down an aisle when a friendly, well-dressed person approaches you. They may wear a polo shirt with the store's logo, a name badge on a lanyard, or carry a clipboard or tablet. They smile, they're polite, and they make you feel at ease. Then comes the offer. It might be a special promotion for a store credit card with bonus points. Or maybe it's a deal where if you buy one gift card, you get another one free. It sounds too good to pass up. But here's the truth, these offers are not real. What these scammers want isn't your money, it's your personal information. While chatting casually, they'll ask for your full name, your address, your phone number, and sometimes even your social security number. And once you give it, the risk is far greater than losing a few dollars. This is where identity theft begins. I'll never forget John and Mary, a sweet couple in their 70s. They thought they were getting a great holiday shopping deal when a young man with a clipboard offered them bonus gift cards. They paid him $100 and filled out the form he gave them. The cards turned out to be worthless. But what scared them most wasn't losing the money, it was realizing they had handed over all their personal details to a stranger. That worry kept them awake at night for weeks. This scam is dangerous because it feels safe. The uniform, the badge, the clipboard, they trick our brains into trusting the person. But remember this, scammers know how to play dress up. Just because someone looks official doesn't mean they are. Point 6. the golden rule of store safety. Now, here's a simple rule that can protect you from almost every fake offer. Official business only happens at official places. That means the customer service desk, the checkout counters, or the store's verified website. Nowhere else. If someone approaches you in the middle of an aisle or out in the parking lot with a deal, a sign-up form, or a special promotion, it is not legitimate. Real store employees don't walk around asking for your personal information. They don't need your social security number or your address while you're standing by the canned soup. And they will never pressure you in the parking lot to buy something. Here's the magic phrase you can keep ready: "Thank you, I'll go to the customer service desk to ask about that." These words are powerful. A real employee won't mind at all. In fact, they'll likely encourage you to go to customer service. But a scammer? They'll disappear, because they can't risk you exposing their trick to a real worker. I want you to practice saying that sentence out loud: "Thank you, I'll go to the customer service desk to ask about that." It's polite. It's calm. And it puts the control back in your hands. You don't need to argue, you don't need to explain, you just stand firm with that line. This one rule is like a shield. It stops scammers before they can even start. And just knowing it will help you walk through the store with more confidence. Because instead of wondering, "What if someone tricks me?" you'll know exactly how to respond. Point 7. Protecting your kindness without losing it. Let's bring everything together with the most important lesson of all. Being cautious is not the same as being rude. It's not about becoming cold or suspicious of everyone. It's about wisdom, protecting your heart, your health, and your peace of mind while still holding on to the kindness that makes you who you are. I think again of Eleanor, the patient I told you about earlier. At first, she felt crushed after realizing she had been tricked. But over time, she learned a powerful truth: her compassion wasn't the problem. The problem was that she didn't have the right tools to protect it. Today, she still shops every week, but she does so with a quiet confidence. She knows exactly how to smile politely, say, "I'm sorry, I cannot help you," and then go about her day without guilt. She hasn't lost her kindness, she's simply learned to guard it. That's the choice in front of you too. You've worked hard all your life. You've raised families, built communities, and shown more kindness than most people can imagine. You've earned the right to protect what matters most: your savings, your health, and your trust in yourself. Scammers should never get to decide how your story goes. You are in control of that. So here's my question for you: what's the one step you'll commit to today? Maybe it's securing your purse every time you shop. Maybe it's practicing your polite but firm "no," or maybe it's remembering the golden rule of checking only at the service desk. Whatever it is, write it in the comments below. Not only will it help you remember, it will inspire someone else in our community to stay strong too. My friends, we've walked together through 7 powerful lessons today. We talked about the parking lot trap, the repeat target scam, the distraction trick, the importance of purse safety, the fake offer scam, the golden rule of store safety, and finally, how to protect your kindness without losing it. Each of these points gives you a tool, something simple you can say or do to stay safe while still being the kind, caring person you've always been. I want you to remember this above all: protecting yourself is not selfish. It is not unkind. It is wisdom. You've lived long enough, worked hard enough, and given enough to this world. You've earned the right to feel safe when you go about your daily life. Knowledge only becomes power when we use it. So, make a decision right now. Which tool will you put into practice first? Will you secure your purse? Will you practice your "I'm sorry, I cannot help you" line in the mirror? Or will you commit to using the golden rule about official business only at customer service? Whatever it is, write it down in the comments. Sharing it helps you, and it helps others who may be nervous to take that first step. If you found these lessons helpful, please give this video a like. That small action shows me you want more of these practical, life-saving tips. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you never miss another video. When you do that, you're not just subscribing, you're joining a community of older adults looking out for one another. And finally, think of one person in your life, a friend, a neighbor, or a family member, who might need to hear this message. Share this video with them. You never know, your simple act of sharing could save someone you care about from heartbreak, stress, and financial loss. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Stay safe, stay wise, and always remember, your kindness is a gift, and you have every right to protect it. I'll see you in the next video.